I want you to dig in your bag of mental health bullshit and come out with a proper label for your wife for staying with your cheating lying ass.
What is going on, you guys, and welcome on another episode today. How are you guys doing? And if you are joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here today. The trio on the Breakfast Club are currently going viral and getting a lot of drag because of some comments that they made about Raa Tissa. Now, I'm sure so many people know Raa Tissa. If you don't know who Raa Tissa is, she is the 50-part series lady who have been going viral for like a week or two now. She married a pathological liar and she came out to share her experience and how everything went down, and it went pretty viral. She grew to about 3 million followers in about 2 weeks. So that's the story. They addressed the situation on the Breakfast Club, and what they had to say about Raa Tissa is literally getting so many people pissed because they reduced everything she went through in the hands of a pathological liar husband to a weight, literally saying she has a big back behavior and that she's so thirsty for man and she have to stop being thirsty for man. I am going to roll the clip, so without wasting much time, let's just get right into it. Both the clip that is going viral and as well what people have to say about the entire situation.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do give Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
What's your thing with big back?
No, I'm just saying, because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all gotta stop being so thirsty for a man. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay.
It don't matter how big her back is.
No, it don't. It does, because this is big back behavior.
I find it very funny how a man that is such a huge advocate of mental health can sit here and call Raa Tissa's experience as big back activities. Her experience of being with a pathological liar, clearly, allegedly, somebody who suffers with mental health, some sort of cluster B, narcissism, sociopathy, clear delusion. He will hear this story of a woman being a victim of this and reduce this experience to her weight, and how the only way a woman could experience this is if she is big back. A victim of psychological, mental, and emotional abuse. Make that make sense. Experiencing abuse has nothing to do with how you look, how much you weigh, or your demographic. And actively dating, seeking love, and wanting marriage does not make you thirsty or deserving of abuse.
Okay, I know. And y'all probably won't see me after this one either. But just so we clear, the three delusional amigos, DJ Envy, Charlemagne the Nobody's God, and just the Not That Hilarious, got on the Breakfast Club and referred to Raa Tissa's issues with her now ex-husband as big back behavior. Just Hilarious got played by Country Wayne with her skinny to medium back ass. DJ Envy repeatedly cheated on his regular back wife with other regular back delusional women who thought that they were going to be the ones he picked over her. And Charlemagne the Nobody's God from Orangeburg, that really needed to be locked up for the BS that he pulled in South Kakalaki, admitted that his first interaction with his own wife could have easily been deemed assault, then proceeded to continue to cheat on said wife throughout the marriage with her regular size back as well. But delusional behavior is a big girl problem? With all these women out here of different socioeconomic statuses, educational backgrounds, all getting burned and played and led astray by you big back. I've about had it with you coloreds. This is why I've been gone, because I've had it with you coloreds. Okay, no, but really though, it's crazy to me that Charlemagne the God is always on this fucking show talking about he cares about the mental health crisis in the black community while simultaneously being the part of the problem. You are out here perpetuating stereotypical BS about everybody black. You go on these different shows and podcasts and regularly tear down the black community, black women in particular, which is exactly why y'all drag Just Hilarious, desperate, dusty ass onto this show, because her colorist behind was out here just a year ago apologizing behind the back of some woman on Love and Hip Hop for bashing a black woman's black features. Like, for real though? And meanwhile, DJ Envy, have we not verified this man is not a part of the culture? Have we not yet? Because I don't understand what we envy about DJ Envy for him to be called DJ Envy. Fraud. Allegedly fraud. Like, what the hell are y'all letting this Bermuda Triangle of black fuckery be the voice of the culture for? Especially when all they do is tear down black women. And quiet as it's kept, y'all, if y'all really want to talk about delusional, insecure women that are desperate for the validation of a man, y'all need to look no further than these biracial light-skinned preferences that are out here slapping men's faces on their faces, going down just as bad as a Raa Tissa with more ink to cover up later on. At least Raa Tissa got out eventually and without being somebody's baby mama. Meanwhile, you got women out here that claim to be the preference who are desperate to be a man's 4th, 5th, or 12th baby mama. Delusional behavior behind a man is not exclusive to a certain weight class. Okay? Race, color, creed does not spare a woman from dealing with the dust of ain't shit men. So no, before I go back into hiding, let's be clear. A woman's weight does not decide how poorly you get to treat her. A woman being plus size is not any more desperate than a skinny bitch like myself or anyone in between. The problem is not her weight in relation to how badly she was treated in her marriage. The problem is that there are too many men that are a part of Legion. And too many women who can relate to a Raa Tissa. But because y'all aren't prepared to have that conversation, because it puts men in a very much deserved bad light, we're going to have these circular jerking conversations where all we do is criticize a woman's appearance as though it had anything to do with why she was treated the way that she was. Unpack that.
Charlotte, whatever the hell Webby said your name was. Before you go out labeling people, calling people big backs, etc., I want you to dig in your bag of mental health bullshit and come out with a proper label for your wife for staying with your cheating lying ass. Then you can start labeling other motherfuckers. And I got another label for you too. Crock of shit. I get he's a media person, he does what he does or whatever, but stop faking like you really care about people's mental health, because you don't. Because you could have really actually drew some good things out of that and really had a good message, but that's never your intent. Your intent isn't to have a good message. Your intent is to be a fucking milk dud like you always are. But since he missed the message, I'll bring it on home for y'all. No amount of looks, no amount of small back, fat ass combination, whatever you got, will put you above being done wrong by a man that wants to do you wrong. Nothing. Have y'all seen Beyonce? Have y'all seen Beyonce? Have y'all seen Halle Berry? The list goes on and on of many bad bitches that got done wrong. The only thing that will save you is you getting your ass up and walking away once you got through some bullshit. Unlike Charlamagne's wife, because she's still there. And Risa, it's not.
That's Leonard Larry McKelvey, known to those of you who choose to acknowledge him and keep listening to him as Charlamagne the God. Let's chit chat. So, LL, and not the one that's hard as a rock, got on his little radio show that he clearly is still on because he got blackmailed on the people. I heard, let him go. Leonard Larry used the microphone that he's holding hostage to get on air and tell the world that Raa Tissa went through what she went through with Legion because she was exhibiting big back behavior. Bookie Butt, ain't you a mental health advocate? Ain't you supposed to be advocating for the mental health and the well-being of black and brown people? Okay. Picking myself, because Wendy Williams, you should have never let this man get on the mic. So it's like, did you give up on your life's work, Pooh? For me, LL, it's like, walk me through the thought process. You know what I'm saying? As an advocate for mental health, how do you know that this woman was brave enough to tell her whole story in 52 parts? See, you were so busy joking about the fact that it was 52 parts, not even knowing that TikTok had playlists because, yeah, okay, anyway. So busy laughing and he and trying to find a joke, comedian you're not, that you missed the moment for your life's work. You missed the moment to advocate for that grab. Not that she needed you to, but big back behavior? When your face keeps changing, that's crazy.
And another thing on the Raa Tissa situation, I just find it hilarious. It's just so funny how people are like hating on her for no reason. And that's really sad. And they think because she doesn't look a certain way that they can just say whatever they want to say. For example, like the Breakfast Club, I believe, was it them? The Breakfast Club? Those losers, I don't know. The fact that, Charlamagne, his freaking almond head looking behind was like, it's giving big back energy. you're just disgusting. I truly cannot stand that whole, like, you give people podcast mics and they think everything they're talking about is correct when they don't do they've been called out not doing research, not listening to stuff, or not understanding anything. They just jump in and say whatever they have to say. Y'all look stupid. Y'all all look like clowns. Like, that's just that. I can't. Like, I don't get what people are not comprehending. You cannot sit up here and say, oh, she just fell for it, da-da-da, like all this. She knows that. It's like, shut up and listen to the story. Because y'all clearly, this is what the problem is. None of y'all have good listening ears. As we tell the preschoolers, turn on your listening ears, everyone. Okay? Pay attention and turn on your listening ears. She knows that's why she's explaining everything. She knows where she went wrong. She understands where she went wrong. You can't sit here and tell her anything new. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I would have. Yeah, you would have, because you are looking at the story from what she's telling us. Everyone has been in this type of situation, not to that degree, of course, and maybe not have lasted that long. But we've all slightly been in the same situation of allowing somebody to keep pushing our boundaries, keep doing disrespectful stuff, whether they were a relationship, a friend, a family member, whatever the case. You have somebody in your life, or you had them, do the same exact thing that Legion did to Risa. And you're sitting here like, that never happened to me. I can never let that happen to me. Alright, chill out. You want a cookie? Like, nobody cares. If you don't like the story, don't listen to it. Like, you can block all that stuff off. The craziest thing, there's features in every app that you have. You can block certain topics, certain keywords, certain things, so you never have to see it again. But anyway, yeah, just back to the clowns on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, I just truly never respected them. And I forget when I stopped caring, like, the Shade Room, all of them. Every time they say something, I hate how they pop up. Trust and believe, I've definitely blocked and just erased. But, like, you know, people stitch the stuff, so it's just like sometimes it pops up. But I'd be like, I keep going. But usually they're on the side of making sense when they stitch it. But yeah,
Hey y'all, did y'all listen to the Breakfast Club this morning? If you didn't, they were talking about the Raa Tissa situation. So I'm listening and I hear just telling Charlamagne, about the whole storyline or whatnot. And Charlamagne says, is Raa Tissa a big bag? Now, me, myself, I am part of the big bag community, and that's okay, all right? But he was like, that sounds like big bag behavior. Like, big bags think differently than regular people. And it was funny because people really think that plus size women are desperate. Like, people really think that plus size women will do anything to have a man. And in some cases, that is true. Some plus size women will do any and everything to be in a relationship. So when Charlamagne heard that she let that man move into her house in 2 weeks, he was like, oh yeah, that's definitely big back behavior. That's big back thinking. But Charlamagne, I just want to tell you, coming from a big back, all big back women are not desperate for love. All big back women are not going to let a man move in, after she has known him for 2 weeks. And not all big back women are going to listen to the lies that come out of these men's mouths. But I did enjoy the show this morning.
And here we go. Here we go. Did y'all see the Breakfast Club where they were talking about the whole Raa Tissa situation, and he goes to basically say that because she's a big bag, she was thirsty for a man. First of all, let's clarify something, because this is always the narrative that is being spent when it comes to a plus size woman. This is always the narrative that's being spent, that
A plus size girl is desperate for a man. A plus size girl is going to let you lay up in her house and not pay bills. A plus size woman is going to buy you this, that, and the third. A plus size woman is going to give you, everything that she got. Where do y'all get that from? Because let me tell you something. A woman who lacks confidence in herself is going to do that. A woman who does not see her worth is going to do that. A woman who has attachment issues and who has not addressed those attachment issues is going to do that. It has nothing to do with the fact that this lady is plus size, because at the end of the day, the man that tried to get over on her was plus size his damn self. So let's stop focusing on the fact that she is a plus size woman. Like, we really need to kill that narrative, because there are women who are anorexic up into my 600-pound life, who get played by men each and every day, who believe it. The ones with the BBLs and getting their bodies done and shit like that, they get played by a man. And you would think that they were not desperate for a man. And to sit on a national platform and talk about this woman's appearance and basically say that this is the reason why this happened to her is totally insane. Totally insane. So my question is, Charlamagne, what was your wife's excuse for staying with you through the lies and the cheating and all the shit that you did? What was her excuse? She must be thirsty too.
The old switch on the Raa Tissa story is very crazy. This old Raa Tissa story and her coming out to share a story, it just confirms to us that so far you're sharing your pain and you're still wallowing in that pain, people are going to act like they support you, they are there for you. But when they start seeing traces that there's a possibility of you getting out of that pain and they start seeing the benefit that is coming your way, they are going to start hating. This whole 18 thing started when BMW commented when there was a live video of her going to, of people, raising money for her to go to Paris and London, I think, when they were talking about homes for her, when they are talking about so many things that the ex-husband promised her but didn't fulfill. When everything seems like it's becoming a clearer picture and people are saying that she's getting closer to getting those things, I noticed that the hate increased. Some are even going live to spew hate about this woman. And the funniest part is she mentioned where she went wrong. She mentioned her own fault. She did not even place the story on the table for everyone to paint herself as the good person of the story. And this is the reason why it's so evident that a lot of people did not even listen, but they just want to criticize because they see these things that are coming her way. How does her being big justify the way that she was treated in the entire thing? Like, it's so crazy that they are just coming at her because of her weight. They are telling her that she's thirsty for man. I don't think anything they are going to say is going to be new, because she had already mentioned that she saw the red flag like flashing to her eyes and she was still ignoring the red flag. She put everything on the table. She was just sharing her story. And yeah, luck shine on her, and there are some people gifting her some things. So when she started getting all those things, I realized that the hate increased. And this is just a confirmation to people who want to come online and share their story, because if they're only going to be there for you so far, it's still evidence that you're suffering. Like, it's something that is so common. It's a trend on the media. Once they notice you get to a point that seems like a breakthrough for you, the hate is going to be crazy. So if you want to share your story on social media, this is one of the things that you should put into consideration. The comments they made about this woman would not have been so painful if this person making those comments is not someone who is advocating for mental health. How are you going to say you care about people's mental health and you're trying to make this woman feel bad because of her weight. Like, her weight is the justification to that man's behavior towards her. Her weight is the justification that that man was literally lying through every single thing. Like, it's just so disgusting. It's so freaking annoying to see that every single thing she's talked about in her video came down to her weight. Like, how on earth is that even a conversation to have? How on earth, as a grown person who cares about someone's mental health, how are you even making that a conversation? Like, how are you even saying that statement on a show that you know so many people are tuned in? This person said the fact that Legion carried out unparalleled cool artistry and the Breakfast Club did not think that should be the topic, but the topic is that she experienced those things because she's tasty and she has a big bag behavior. It is really disgusting. Another person said intersectionality at its best. Female, black, heavy set. The comment that she doesn't fit the look of a top executive wife is the reason why she deserves to be treated the way her ex-pathological liar husband treated her. Like, it's not even making sense. Another person said, I think people are mad because she's getting tangible benefit from her bravery and people don't like us getting happiness. That is exactly what I said at the beginning, because I noticed that the entire story changed, or the switch changed when they noticed that BMW commented. There are some airlines as well that dropped some comments on that video, and people were screenshotting it when they started analyzing how much they thought she made from the creator fund or something on TikTok, and oh, she has made close to 100K bucks and stuff like that. And these people are just literally turning their back because they only care about the pain, the struggle. If they see you citing happiness, they are literally going to turn their back. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe before you go and turn your bell notification on as well. And I'll see you in the next one.